We talk a lot about integrative medicine here on Healing Quest, don't we?
Yes, but usually we're referring to the combination of Western biochemical techniques with holistic Eastern approaches.
Yeah, but today we're going to explore a new meaning for the term.
How about integrating some world-class surgery with an exciting trip to an exotic location?
When can we leave?
Miss Fong doesn't look like a typical hospital employee, but this isn't a typical hospital. It's the French Vietnamese hospital in Saigon, and what's going on here is an effort to blend world-class healthcare with the services of a five-star hotel.
Service must be excellent when it comes to medical service, but it must be excellent when it comes to non-medical service as well. And you see that in Asia. You don't see that in Europe as much, but in Asia you see that. And it's very, very interesting. When you go to a nice Asian hotel, a five-star hotel, the service is fantastic. When you go to a very good Asian hospital, the service is fantastic too.
The French Vietnamese hospital opened in 2003. It's owned by about 500 doctors, most of them European. And the facility they created has received international accreditation.
We have a lot of doctors who've been trained abroad, in Japan, in the States, in Australia, mostly in France. A lot of doctors, Vietnamese doctors, have been trained in the best universities in Europe.
The hospital serves about 200,000 patients a year. The vast majority are Vietnamese, but Dr. Guillaume and his staff are working hard to expand into the area of medical tourism, or what they call international patients. They're focusing on areas like plastic surgery, joint replacements, spine surgery, dental implants, health checkups, and LASIK eye surgery. They say all these procedures can be performed in Vietnam at a fraction of what they cost in the U.S. Dr. Nam Tran Pham is director of the hospital's Laser Eye Center.
I was born in Saigon, and I left with my family to go to the U.S. in 1978. So I grew up in Oregon, went to elementary school all the way up to college, and then I went to medical school at Georgetown, and then got married, settled in Arlington, Virginia, and I've been there ever since until I came back here about 2 years ago. The FV Laser Eye Center was always planned to be part of the hospital, but it was not open until I came back, so I helped them to design and set up the laser center, get the equipment, train the staff, and get it in operation. The main benefit here is that the cost is much lower, and a big draw, I think, for the laser center for patients coming from overseas is that they would get the same quality and the same treatment standards as they would in the U.S., but at a lower price.
How much lower a price? Hospital officials say the procedures in their medical tourism program cost as little as 1/8 the price of an identical procedure in the U.S., with services and amenities that are equal to a five-star hotel. They say the savings more than cover the travel costs involved and relaxation at an exotic destination. And sometimes a week or two away from home can be a big plus.
A lot of women, they want to have plastic surgery, and they don't want to go back home right away. They want to come back home tan and fresh and say, where have you been? I've been to a very nice place in Vietnam. And, oh, there's something changed about you. What? Nobody knows. You can have a lifting, liposuction, breast implants. Nobody knows. And they're pretty good about it. There are a lot of things we can do. So it's interesting also to discover Vietnam, a lot of different places. It's quite an exciting country.
Dr. Guillaume says his hospital has partnered with a number of top resorts and hotels to make tourism easy for patients who want an exotic vacation with their bargain procedure. One of those hotels is the luxurious Intercontinental in downtown Saigon, or Ho Chi Minh City as it's now officially known. Thomas Schmelter is the general manager here.
One of the big selling points for Vietnam when it comes to medical tourism is definitely, I would say, the price. And if you compare it to countries like Europe and the US, we are talking about 70–80% cheaper in those countries. And it's definitely still cheaper than countries like Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, India, and all those countries that are offering the same procedures.
He says price is by no means the only attraction here.
Well, this country and this city is offering such a tremendous history and sightseeing and leisure value that's just unbelievable. And if you like food and if you like nice restaurants, then this is definitely the place to be. And the friendliness, the genuine friendliness of the people is just amazing. That's what I experienced.
Camilla Berglund, a native of Stockholm, Sweden, manages a team of international patient coordinators at the hospital. Detailed arrangements are made by phone, fax, and email.
And then we'll let our international patient officer take over, and she will be the one welcome the patient when she or he arrives to Vietnam. And then we are also in partnership with a travel agency, so we also offer travel agency services. Could be airport pickup already, or visa arrangement before coming, accommodation and tours here in Vietnam. And then after, when it's time to go back, we make sure everything is arranged, they have the necessary medical documents. And once they're back in their home country, we also follow up via email to make sure everything is fine.
So if this hospital room looks more like a luxury suite, that's the idea. And if Dr. Guion has his way, Miss Bong and her colleagues will be making many more visits like this to international patients in the years ahead.
So how did you like Vietnam?
I loved it. I really liked it. Great food, sweet people, and Saigon, which is, well, it's Ho Chi Minh City now.
Right.
But it was really exciting. I really liked it a lot. It was hot and it was muggy, but I'd go back.
Well, it sounds like you had a great time in general, but what I'm fascinated with is the French Vietnamese hospital. Tell me about that.
Oh, it was great. It was really amazing. So if you wanted world-class surgery at 1/8 of the cost and you get a vacation on top of it, I definitely recommend it.
Sounds good.